Hello fellow collectors and welcome back to the channel. Right, something very exciting you see here. It's a 1/6 scale Steppenwolf. A lot of people on Facebook have been asking me questions. I did say I will tell you everything I know about this and all the details and actually how to get one. But let's have a look at him first. Highly detailed and so very well painted. I mean, it's just close up on here. This is incredible. Now, he's not actually a figure where you can actually move him. He is 1/6. He's actually made of a high resin. So it's, you know, so it's virtually, well, it is a statue really in a way. But it's going to look so good with the rest of the cast. Now, what do you actually get with this? If you have a look, you got the mother box there. And if I just show you, it does come off. And as you see, very well painted. And you can open it up and you have two bulbs. If I just bear with me, take the bulbs out and then you just turn them on. So when you close up the box, it looks very cool. So let's just get this in here. And as you see, that looks quite brilliant. The amount of detail on here is incredible. And I absolutely love it. Now, it made of resin, it is very weighty. So, but if you have a look at the whole body, it's just so highly detailed on here. Right, who actually makes it? Right, it's a company. You can go on Facebook, or if you go on their site, it is MarcoArt. They're based in Hong Kong. Now, they do obviously this figure, and they do Steppenwolf. In fact, they do loads of different figures, even some other characters from Alita, all sorts. But they're all made of resin. So it's 3D printed, and then when they do a mold, they actually do these itself. So what do you actually get? So if you order one, you just have a look here. This is what you get. So you get it actually in parts. So you make it up, but then you've got to have it painted. Now, these are not really that cheap. They are quite expensive. Now, I do believe, I mean, there are all the details there. Easy snap kit, they say. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about it in a little while. But they say it's 37 parts, but with all these spikes and everything, don't believe it. It's a hell of a lot more than that. Right, okay, so what you do is you order it and it comes to you, you can make it up, but then if you're feeling confident after paying, now I do believe the guy I bought it from, Matthew Joseph, I do believe he paid 230, but don't quote me on that. And then he sent it off to Paul Parkinson up in near Durham way, and he painted it. Now Paul has been doing quite a few of these. He's done 3 of these and he's done 4 of the dark side as well. So he is getting you know, a lot of people are sending these to him to actually paint up because he actually knows what he's doing. But any good painter out there could probably do just as good as a job. I mean, you just have to get the details right in there, but especially in that face. Now, this is the problem you're going to get, okay? This is the reason why Matthew did have a little bit of trouble selling this because he needed someone to come and collect it. Now, there's the reason being is when you get it in parts. Now, Matthew, sorry, sent it to Paul. Paul put it together and then painted it. But of course, then once it's painted and all set up, he's had to post it back down to London to Matthew. And then, of course, what you get some of these spikes that come off. And you have to glue them back on. Not a problem, but it can actually damage. It is a bit of a problem. So I suggest if you did buy one of these, and their website, I will leave a link in, is www.marcoarthk.com, because they're based in Hong Kong. If you're not feeling confident to paint it yourself, then I would suggest trying to find a good painter that lives not that far away so you can actually go and collect it. It's no good putting this in the post. They will come off. If you have a look here, that's all what I got to glue back on. That's when Matthew received it from Paul, but they've all got to be glued on. Now, all where they got to go, there are black dots on the whole body, even on the helmet, where they got to go. So it's self-explanatory, but it's just going to be a ball's ache trying to put these things back on, and you just got to do it the right way. It's not a problem, I can do that, but I do suggest if you do go for one of these, then just obviously find someone near enough to you can do a really good job, or have a go yourself, because Paul's done an amazing job, especially with the paint all around here. But his face is phenomenal. So if you want to see what it looks like once you actually just make it up unpainted, then that's what you're looking at. You see, that's unpainted. So, and then if you do a good enough job, then that's what you can have. So how does it fare up on size comparison? Well, there's the Batman, 1/6 scale Batman, and believe you me, that is just right. It's just incredible. He's going to go in the BBS display, so I can't call it the BBS display now, can I? But it's, you know, I'm not for film accuracy, but obviously I'm going to have another figure, the old Cyborg figure, in there as well. So it's going to be more of the Justice League display. But this is exquisite. If you really are looking for one, because I really can't see Hot Toys making any, because they would have to do a total new design on a body, even for Darkseid as well. But you know, Hot Toys really, they've sold their soul to the devil by with this big contract with Disney. I mean, they like to think they're independent, but they're really working for Disney now. So for them to do different bodies for DC figures or any other figures besides Marvel or Star Wars, it's not really going to happen. They did do it with Cyborg, I admit, but that was under popular demand. It sold well to start with, but it slowed up in sales. So I think they're going to be giving up on that. So I've got a feeling if you want a 1/6 scale Steppenwolf, then this is the one. And even Darkseid, the Darkseid they do, his eyes light up. It looks really good. I do believe that's going to be a little bit more expensive though, because I do believe Matthew actually sold his for a lot more than what he sold this one to me for. But I went to go and collect this. He only lives an hour away from me, so I went to go and collect it, and I'm really chuffed with it. So that's more or less what I know. I did have a talk with the Paul who painted this, and he was saying that the spikes were a little bit of a pain, but you know, you just got to bear with it and put them in the glue. But if I can just point out, you can see some holes in there, and that's more or less where they got to go. and but you know, they will come off easily if it's mishandled. So that's the details on how to get one of these. Highly recommended. They really are detailed in. It's just phenomenal. I just can't believe it. And you really do need a good painter for this as well. I know quite a few, but they all live quite far away. Yeah, so if you are looking for a Steppenwolf or even a dark side for your DC collection 1/6 scale, then I can't recommend this high enough. It's well worth the money. I am so chuffed I got this, and thank you to Matthew, because he held this on for me for nearly over 3 weeks, so I could get the money together, go and get it. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you, bud. Right, okay, so that's it for the 1/6 scale Steppenwolf. Obviously I'll leave the details below of where to order it from, and I can't actually give you a price because I don't really know myself, but I do believe it's around about 230 quid, but don't quote me on that. Okay then, I'll probably do another video once it's all set up in a display, but for now, thank you very much. Bye bye.